take just a little bit to build upon our hillbilly breathing style. In the past, we did our advanced jaw harp technique, the hillbilly breathing, which sounds like this. And we're going to build upon it. We're going to start applying this instead of to a harp with a really flexible reed. We're going to start applying it to harps with a very stiff reed. Harps I found that work well for it is like the Petrol by Glaserin Magnum. Any of your stiffer reeded Vargan really shine in this. I'm going to go ahead and do it with my harp here. And instead of going, we're going to start at the top of our register. We're going to push our tongue to the forefront of our mouth, high up, and we're going to come down. And I find it easiest to do this if I hold my tongue in the middle and start coming up the range, building the resonance as I come up. And then as I come down, it really, really, really starts to shine. You'll start to get the harp really ringing. Your whole head will ring and it'll be screaming loud. And what we're doing instead of that, we're punching into the back pressure of the harp. We need a harp with them tight gaps so it gives us resistance to breathing. So we're just punching into it and bouncing off of it, holding my tongue in the center. Well, let's get into it. And I'm going to start coming up into my upper register by starting with my tongue in the center, bringing it up and bringing it forward, making the cavity in my mouth smaller so I can get them higher tones. And I'm stepping down. I'm looking for those as clear bell rings with breath punched into them as possible. And we're going to start off with that, and we're going to start going up, and we're going to start kind of pulsating our breaths as we go up, and we're going to build an intensity because your first 15 to 20 seconds, your harp is not going to ring properly. You'll be able to find it once you practice this enough. And this is not a beginner technique. Build your hillbilly breathing style patterns before you delve into this. So we're just building upon the hillbilly breathing pattern and applying it to our stiff reed. Here as I'm stepping up, that's using my tongue to step up the tone. I'm starting off with a bell ring. See, I came up into the upper register and I started coming down. You heard when it really started to get screaming loud, it really started to ring. And then I started to apply more techniques to that. I started getting it pulsating, getting the harp ringing, and then I went ahead and I put some funk into it. Let's go ahead and let's try this. We'll try it one more time with my harp, then we'll try it with the Glaserin Petrol. And this makes me kind of a little lightheaded. So be careful you're not standing somewhere where if you fall down or pass out, that it's not an issue. I'm sitting down. And make sure when you do this that you're in good shape. Another thing that I do is I work out a lot and I do a lot of planking with the harp. Also doing leg raises while playing the harp. That's going to build your lungs up and that's going to build your stamina up to be able to do techniques like this. And it's not necessary to work out while you play the harp, but I find that it helps me. So again, tongue in center, we're going to gradually modulate our way up. Then we're going to gradually modulate our way down, and then we're going to get into some techniques. Now, I'm not going to go over everything that I'm doing with my tongue. That's been gone over in other videos, so just check out other advanced jaw harp technique tutorials. You notice there at the end, I built up my resonance and I really found the sweet spot in a harp. All your good harp and Vargan are going to have that sweet spot in the register and in the tones they create. Find that, go up through the range and then find it, then cradle it and just reinforce it with your breath. Let's go ahead and hit this up. And a lot of Glaserin, you're going to be able to do this with a lot of your fine Vargan, especially the Niega Oleg as well, do this fantastically. Here we have the Glaserin Petrol, or what a lot of people call the Shearwater Hard. Try with a few other gloves. We don't want to make this video go on too long. We don't want long videos. We want a little bit of technique, a little bit of playing, and then you experiment around with this in your own self. And if you notice, I can't really get it at first. I can't get those bell rings and that pulsating breath where I'm punching my breath into the back pressure and working off it. It almost feels like you're whistling into the harp. It takes a while for that to build, and that's why I start at the middle and I come up and find it and then reinforce it, and I start bringing it down. And there toward the end, I was actually playing down in the throat. Well, more at the back of the mouth and opening up my glottis or opening up my throat for a split second, then closing it so that I could breathe again to continue the cradling of this. And you could probably do this harp. We'll try it one more time. Let's see if I can do it with a rainbow. I think a rainbow might have stiff enough reed for this. You need a good stiff reed. The rainbow isn't quite stiff enough. I don't know if you could hear. You could actually hear me go because the reed didn't have enough stiffness to it, and I was punching through the back pressure, so I was actually overblowing it a little bit. So try this on your really stiff reeded Vargan. Also, if you have, I wonder if we can get it on a Batman. Let's just go ahead and make this a long video. Who cares? We're having fun. We're playing harps. That's what it's about. Yeah, I can kind of get it a little bit on the Batman. If you notice, and I'm playing inward, I'm really pulling back and really letting the harp build up because I want powerful strikes of the harp to be vibrating really powerfully. That's why it's important to have a stiff reeded harp, because there's a lot of more power behind it than if you have a more flexible reeded harp. Well, that's going to be it for building upon hillbilly breathing. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more harpery. Harp out.